In 1913, the Republic of China issued a series of sovereign bonds backed by gold, known as the Reorganization Loans, to finance infrastructure, stabilize the government, and secure international credibility. Today, those bonds remain unpaid, yet they are not forgotten. International law is clear. Sovereign debts do not disappear with regime change. They transfer. The People's Republic of China, as the recognized successor state, owes these debts. And the world is beginning to ask why they haven't been repaid. In 1911, the 2,000-year-old imperial system collapsed. The Qing dynasty fell. In its place, the Republic of China was born. Ambitious, but cash-strapped. The country was drowning in debt, facing demands from warlords, indemnities from the Boxer Protocols, and the urgent need to modernize. Roads, railways, telegraphs, and defense all needed funding. To stabilize the nation, President Yuan Shikai negotiated what became one of the largest sovereign loans of the era, the 1913 Reorganization Loan, totaling 25 million British pounds, over $3 billion in today's terms. The 1913 loan was underwritten by an elite banking group from 6 nations: Great Britain, led by HSBC and Jardine Matheson; France, through Banque de l'Indochine; Germany's Deutsche Asiatische Bank; Russia's Russo-Asiatic Bank; Japan's Yokohama Specie Bank; and the United States through J.P. Morgan, Kuhn, Loeb, and National City Bank of New York. The bonds were issued in gold pounds and gold dollars, fully backed by Chinese sovereign revenues, especially salt taxes, pledged as collateral. These weren't just foreign debts, these were legal, binding sovereign obligations. While some proceeds were used for political purposes, including strengthening Yuan Shikai's regime, the funds were also invested in railroad expansion, telegraph and postal networks, military modernization, and debt consolidation. In short, this was nation-building money, and its benefits were reaped by what eventually became mainland China, now ruled by the People's Republic of China. After decades of war and occupation, repayment on the bonds stopped. In 1949, the Chinese Communist Party seized control of the mainland and founded the People's Republic of China. The new regime declared it would not honor any debts issued by the old regime. But that's not how international law works. The doctrine of state succession makes it clear: sovereign obligations survive regime change. Just as Russia repaid Soviet debts and South Africa paid apartheid-era bonds, the PRC inherits the legal obligations of the state it replaced. In the 1980s, British bondholders, who held these same 1913 bonds, pressed their government for action. Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher responded. As a condition of Britain's 1987 agreement to return Hong Kong, she secured payment for British citizens holding reorganization bonds. The PRC paid Britain, and the debt was settled. This established a powerful legal and diplomatic precedent. The PRC acknowledges these bonds are valid. It simply hasn't paid American bondholders. Over 20,000 American citizens, through groups like the American Bondholders Foundation, have been demanding justice. They hold original, authenticated bonds, many passed down through generations. In 2020, under President Trump, senior officials, including Peter Navarro, openly supported bond enforcement as a potential trade policy tool. Why is China allowed to pick and choose which debts to pay? Why did they repay the UK, but not the US? The value of the outstanding debt, including interest and penalties, now exceeds $1.6 trillion. It's arguably the largest unpaid sovereign obligation in the world today. This is not ancient history. This is active sovereign debt owed under international law. If the PRC wants full access to Western capital markets, if it wants to be seen as a responsible global leader, then it must do what every other sovereign borrower has done: pay its lawful debts. The American people deserve justice. The bondholders deserve repayment, and the rule of law demands it. The 1913 Reorganization Bonds were backed by gold, pledged by treaty, and used to build the China we see today. The debt is real, the obligation stands, and justice delayed is not justice denied.